Do you know in Microsoft Excel it is very easy to insert shapes, pictures and other objects into your current worksheet? And to do this, you can move to the menu bar and click on the Insert tab, and then under the Insert tab we move to the Illustrations group, click, and then we can choose Shapes and choose the kind of shape we want to draw, and then we can draw this particular shape into our worksheet for a particular purpose. You can even go to the extent of changing the color of the shape based on your preference, and you can also remove the outline of this shape. Now this is an object in a worksheet. You can also go back and then insert a picture into our worksheet. Now I also have this picture here. I can use this area to reduce the size, then use this knot around it to reduce the size, as you can see. So presently in this worksheet I have this data set which is well tabulated, and I have these two objects available. You can have a chat, you can have an icon of audio or a video into your worksheet. Let's assume at a point in time you are working within this worksheet, and these two objects that you have here, you want to hide them so that you can have some space to operate some data in your worksheet. Later on you can bring it back to your worksheet. To do this, just select one of these objects. You can select the shape or the picture, then you can hold Ctrl and the number 6 on the keyboard. Now this is going to unhide all these objects, therefore you can make some modifications to your cells in this particular worksheet. And when you are done and want to bring back all these objects back to your worksheet, you can use Ctrl and the number 6 once again, and all these objects are going to be found in your current worksheet. Now if you have a data set and you want to hide a row, what you have to do is to click a cell that is going to be found in that active row. Now the active row in this worksheet is row number 3. Therefore when I hold Ctrl and the number 9 on the keyboard, this is going to hide this particular row. When I click Ctrl 9, it hides. The same thing when it comes to hiding of columns, you select a cell, then you hold Ctrl and the number 0 on the keyboard. Now this hides this particular column in your worksheet. You can bring it back based on your preference. If you have this ribbon activated, it takes much space when it comes to manipulating of data. If you want to hide and also unhide the ribbon of Microsoft Excel, you can use Ctrl and the F1 on the keyboard, and you can see that we have collapsed this ribbon. If you want to bring it back, Ctrl F1, Ctrl F1. So this hides and also unhide the ribbon of Microsoft Excel. If you want to have a print out of this particular worksheet, you can use Ctrl and the functional key F2, and this brings out the print preview of your current worksheet which you are working on. So you can see that this is my data set, and this is the shape or the picture available in that worksheet. To cancel this preview, you can press the escape key on the keyboard. Now we also have Ctrl and F3, which opens up the name manager in this particular window, and this helps you to create name ranges that can help you in formulas and functions operations, and also to record some sets of data in your Microsoft Excel worksheet. So if I select this and then hold Ctrl and F3 on the keyboard, I can create a new name range. So you can maintain this as hop and then click on OK. Now if I close this window, select a cell and type the equal to sign, type the hop. So you can see that I have this hop here, and when I double click, I can press enter key, and that is going to bring out the spelled data of this name range that we had for this data set or this column. So you can see that I have the same information appear to it. By creating a name range, I was able to insert this data easily in Microsoft Excel. So you can see the screen tip that we have here. Formula spelled. Your formula return multiple values, so we spelled them into the neighboring blank cells. So this is how to use Ctrl plus F3 in Microsoft Excel. Now if I hold Ctrl plus N on the keyboard, this creates a new blank workbook. Now if I want to close this workbook, I can hold Ctrl and F4 on the keyboard, and this closes this new blank workbook that was created, and now I have access to the current one I was working within. Now if I want to switch between multiple workbooks, that is, if I have created multiple workbooks on this desktop interface and I want to switch between them, I can use Ctrl and F6 on the keyboard. So you can see I am switching between the individual workbooks I have on this desktop interface. And also if I want to close this, I can use Ctrl F4, Ctrl F4. Now when you double click on the title bar of a workbook, you are going to have the restore down of this current workbook. And if I want to control this workbook with my arrow keys, you make sure that you've selected this window, making it the active window. Then you hold Ctrl and F7 on the keyboard. Now you can use your arrow keys to position this window on your desktop interface. So you can see that I'm moving this window with my arrow keys, whilst the Ctrl and the F7 was pressed. Now if I want to cancel this operation, I can use the escape key or the enter key on the keyboard. Now you can't use the arrow key or the arrow keys to control this window. When this window becomes the active window and you hold Ctrl and the F8 on the keyboard, this helps you to adjust your window. You can see that I am adjusting this window, so you can see right, left, down and up. So this helps you to adjust the window on your desktop interface.